Up next, we'll see the last two #1 overall picks. Joe Burrow hosting the former Clemson Tiger, Trevor Lawrence. It's the Jaguars in town for a fight against the Bengals, and it's coming your way on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at our home side in this one. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late. So maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Time to see the Bengals offense go to work. And leading them out, the #1 overall pick in the 2020 draft, Joe Burrow, now his second season out of LSU.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly. He did have one interception.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Burrow now off the bootleg. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now Burrow. He'll let this go for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. For the first time, the Jacksonville Jaguars set to go here on offense, led out by the new face of the franchise, the #1 overall pick, of course, from this year's draft. It's Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a former Buckeye back home. It's Carlos Hyde. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Lawrence. Hard throw, incomplete. On 4th down on is Logan Cook to punt. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A handoff to Mixon. Shreds the tackle. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this 2nd go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. And now they will throw it with Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Slant pass to Boyd. And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll give it to Mixon, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Charles, as the Jags come back out here on offense, they begin the season 0-2 after falling to Denver in Week 2. That's now 17 straight losses. And it was a promising start in this one, Week 2, though. They scored on the opening drive, 83 yards. They marched it down the field. But Jacksonville managed just 106 yards of offense the rest of the way and lost it.
And before we even get into the stats of the day, Trevor Lawrence had a rough day, the rookie quarterback out of Clemson. I'd go back to what Urban Meyer's mission is as the head coach. 17 straight losses for the franchise. But he and this crew, they've only been together for 2 of the losses. So somehow he's got to get his team to separate that from us media people coming in saying 17 straight. And he's like, no. We just lost our first 2. Long season left. Let's get it on track. Trevor Lawrence, 1 touchdown, 2 more interceptions, 5 interceptions through 2 games. He's having the rookie bumps that you might expect. I still expect him to turn it around and be a terrific player before the season is over. How about the Jacksonville hosted the Cardinals 2-0? The 2-0 Cardinals, Week 3, and then they head to Cincinnati for a Thursday night matchup.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter Kevin Huber to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Lawrence. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
Well, we've often talked, and rightly so, about how great a story James Robinson was last year. Undrafted as a running back to over 1,000 yards rushing as a rookie. But what gets lost, especially for being a big man like he is, he's a great asset as a pass receiver, too. 49 catches for close to 350 yards.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game...
First down, here's Burrow. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. After the sack on first down, Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 3rd down, Burrow. Dancing to his left. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. On 4th down, out comes the rookie 5th-round pick, Evan McPherson, for the Bengal field goal. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our... And just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Steelers, and they lead this one as well as they start here 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
79 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they're able to build on things here with a field goal. But, the question is how much longer can they really rely on their defense to pitch a shutout?
That's a great question because the guys on the other sideline are saying, give us the ball. We want another shot at this. So, yes, tight game, you'll take the 3. But this game, it's far from over.
That's it, buddy. We got work.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
And the Jaguars are eager to see what Laviska Shenault and Trevor Lawrence can do together. Shenault was a 2nd-round pick in 2020, and they're going to move him like a chess piece all over the formation and even put him in the backfield.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Lawrence to throw. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. He's had a good performance, moved the ball. Touchdown. 2nd and 5 now. Burrow. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Drew Sample was a second-round pick in 2019, and the Bengals would sure love to see his role increase with Joe Burrow at quarterback.
Here we go.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now it's Burrow. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out here.
CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Open man left side, it's a tight end man Hurts. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Lawrence. That caught by Manhurts. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively, and 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
He's going to wind up and air it out, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Being chased down, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the foot.
They're looking excellent.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars 33. 93 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Again, it's Mixon. Fighting him off. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On second down now, Mixon. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. Second and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Pass complete to Robinson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
They absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Cincinnati, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one.